Matt, you reference hundreds of peer reviews out there. Can you give a few examples of agencies, credible agencies that did these peer reviews?
So the National Institute on Drug Abuse has funded about $30 million of our taxpayer money with contractors to do these studies, and dozens and dozens of those are derivative of the funding by the National Institute on Drug Abuse, the peer-reviewed studies. And then there are many of the research organizations that are doing it on their own initiative because of the public policy interest. And so you'll see funding that's done independently, has nothing to do with the industry and nothing to do with consumers, but you'll find these studies are being done by government funding or independent research institutions.
So also, can you give an example of proven clinical trials that says that this treat disorders?
Dr. Hanningfield wants to take that question, if that's all right, please.
At this point, the clinical trials in humans are ongoing by National Institute on Drug Abuse funding. Some of them were reported at a meeting Monday at the American College of Clinical Pharmacology by the lead night scientist on a panel that I served on. And she talked about the data using driving simulators, safety data. This is a case where also Johnson Foods has done just completed a major 200-person clinical trial to FDA standards, but in Canada, looking at liver, heart, all kinds of safety parameters, 4 different products, 3 different doses, 15-day exposures, and they believe that, and I believe, looking at the data, this should support acceptance of FDA, of their product as a legal FDA-accepted dietary ingredient. More clinical trials are ongoing. One was with pain, looking at it for analgesic effects, looking at withdrawal. So these are starting to pop up, mostly with NIDA funding, my old institute. NIDA's website, if you want to look at the science, is very careful, conservative, cautious, but they're I think, the best keepers of the science in the area.
And Mr. Chairman, with your permission, we can provide a list of the peer-reviewed published articles that are available on this subject, and I think you'll see it's hundreds of articles.
Very good. One final question. You reference also the Wisconsin State Controlled Substance Board. What was your conversation with them like, and where do they stand on this?
So following the hearing last year, there was a request made by the legislature for the Controlled Substances Board to answer the question as to whether or not Kratom meets the 8 factors that are a part of the Wisconsin law. And over a period of, I would guess, 9 months, we had many discussions, hearings with the individual constituent groups that comprise the Controlled Substances Board, and the conclusion of that analysis was that it does not meet the criteria. That was, by the way, supported by Concordia University, and I think Dr. Cunningham may be here, I don't know, but he conducted a study and he concluded here in Wisconsin that it doesn't meet the criteria for 8 factors. That's what they concluded. They expressed concerns about just descheduling it and not doing anything else, and we have the same concern. That's why we want this bill.
All right, well, thank you.